Today is not just another day. It's a new beginning. It's a brand new opportunity. It's another chance. Embrace it. My name's Claudine Reid and I'm so glad that you could join me just for a few minutes to talk about opportunities. One of the conversations that I've been having with some of my friends and colleagues, my business associates and my mentees has been about opportunities and how we leverage opportunities in this current time that we find ourselves. I want to kind of get you to think about, have you been able to embrace any strategic alliances during this time? Have you been able to go through your contacts, your business associates, and have a look at who in your contact, who in your network group, who in your circle or your frame of reference are you able to connect with and think about forming a strategic alliance in order to leverage opportunities that may be bigger than yourself? It's what some of myself and some of my business colleagues do. If we see opportunities, we get together and we have progressive conversations and we find out what skills are required to leverage such an opportunity. We identify where the gaps are and then we see if we can bring other people on board so that we can make progress together. That's how we embrace opportunities. Is there a way that you could potentially think about taking advantage of what the change in season has done, what the change in economic framework, what the change in political landscape looks like? Is there a way that you can leverage any opportunity out of the current change in landscape? Are you able to come up with a brand new business idea? Are you able to reskill? Are you able to upskill? Are you able to do something different with what you have? Are you able to take your idea, your product, your service into a new market, perhaps a new geographical market, right? COVID-19 and how we have used technology, how we've changed our use in technology, how we've increased our use in technology, almost changed overnight. I found myself doing much more international business overnight just because the opportunity to travel had shifted. Is there a way that you can enter new markets with your product and service in a different market? I'm just here to sow the seed for you to think a little bit about what that could potentially mean. Could you potentially leverage an opportunity in a different geographical location, a different country, a different city, a different community, a different town with something that you know already works? Of course, you've got to do a bit more research. Of course, you've got to do a trial run and a pilot scheme to double check if the idea is even viable in a different location. But it's something to think about right now. It's something to consider right now because times are changing and we don't want to get left behind. We don't want to be so married to the idea that we forget that the methodology might change. We don't want to be married so much to the idea that we think that the methodology has to remain the same. I think technology has taught us some incredible lessons about change and about creativity and about innovation and about how we could utilize our ideas to become more efficient, to become faster, to become better, to become more stylish, or to become easier to use, to become more user friendly. I'm always interested in different opportunities that I'm able to leverage with my skill, with my knowledge, with my strength base. But at the same time, I'm also interested in seeing how I can upskill, how I can improve my knowledge, how I can minimize my weakness, how I can close the gaps in my knowledge, how can I minimize any potential challenges that the limitations of my own ability will have on hindering my progress. That's one of the reasons why I enjoy having discussions with some of my business partners about strategic alliances so that we can bring our strengths together in order to leverage opportunities that might be bigger than ourselves. It requires a significant amount of commitment. It requires a significant amount of internal motivation. It requires a significant amount of group leadership and group think and thought leadership. My recommendation to you today is go through your networks, have a look at the people in your contact list, and have an internal conversation with yourself, first of all, to find out how you can better leverage these relationships. And then Just kind of test the waters and see what happens. I don't think you've got anything to lose by having a conversation.